Welcome everyone. May God bless you. May God bless you. I welcome you in the name of Jesus Christ. Just have about a few minutes. Let's discuss on the topic you must have seen on the screen. I made that post on my wall. It generated a lot of comments and reaction. So I want us to kind of briefly talk about that particular issue. How can a woman be buying property in her name and still claims there is peace in her marriage? Sometimes when we read the comments, or when we want to make comment, or when we see a post, we don't take full cognizance of the meaning, what is written. Sometimes it's very, very wrong. Sometimes go deep, watch what the person said, and before you conclude into your comment box. Yes. How can a woman buy properties in her name and claims to have a peaceful marriage? When I made that post, a lot of people started making a lot of comments. Some were so angry. I can remember vividly once, that women have suffered in this life, but can a man buy this and that? And by the grace of God, this morning we'll be discussing this topic briefly. Those of you, it should be your morning. Some is going to be your evening or night. And some of us here, it is our night. If you want to join me in the studio, the link is there. I put up the link there. You are very much free. This is the link. It's on the comment box section. You can join me if you want to join. If you want to also contribute through phone call, at the right time, I'm going to be dropping the phone number for people to contribute. But the truth remains that if you want to talk on this particular, or if you want to comment or react on this particular topic, you're free, very much free. I don't have much time. Let's go. Now, I said, how can a woman be buying properties in her name and still claims to have a peaceful home? Now, let's discuss. But before I discuss, I would like to, even if you put up a comment here, I'm going to show it, display it. What is your view? Some people said that it is wrong, that a woman who did it is not ready for the marriage. Some said, is it the man that has the right to do that without the woman's consent? Why some said, some are neutral. Some are neutral about it. They didn't just say anything. But please do me a favor, just can you help me share the video so that people can join us, those who are interested? A lot of you have been deliberating on this. They want to be part of this thing. So I want to hear from you. If you want to call in, you are free to call in. If you want to, if you also want to maybe want to join the studio, the link is there for you. Go to the comment box. We'll see what if you get into, I can still send it again. You don't use the link to join. When I talk about calling, it's going to be only WhatsApp call, please, not direct call, so that I don't interrupt the whole matter. So I want you to do something about it. Okay. If you think she's right, tell me why do you think she's right. Whenever I want to make any comment, please have a backup, have reasons. Don't just say no. It's something woman being jealous. Say something that with a backup, either scriptural backup, the marriage law act, or you have some experiences or whatever you can just present to us why you say that no, a woman can do it or she cannot do it. If you say a woman is not supposed to do it, what is your reason? So I want to put on the number here. I want to put up the number here so that if you want to call, you are very much free to tell us what you think is the reason why she shouldn't do that. The number is what I am trying to put for you so that you can make your WhatsApp call. Only WhatsApp call. Only WhatsApp call. Only WhatsApp call, please. It's important that you know that it's only WhatsApp call. So this is the number, but don't call now until when I finish. Now, this is a marriage. Sometimes before you talk about marriage, what is the meaning of marriage? We have given different illustration about marriages. But the truth remains that marriage is a contract between two parties. Though in the modern days now they have extended it to a level that it's no longer only between male and female, between man and woman. They also say it's between man and man, female and female. But the Bible we read, which I believe in, does not say so. And even God, at His creation, never created them man and man or woman and woman. He created them man and woman. I say they both shall come together. And naturally in life, positive comes to meet negative. They have a production. The life we have today, there is a combination of positive and negative, and you have a very good life. The same thing happen applicable to so many things. Even in animals, they go from male and female. So marriage is a contract, it's an agreement, it's a coming together of two opposite sex, as far as I'm concerned. Anybody can have his own illustration or explanation or definition. But that is where I stand till tomorrow. Push it anywhere. Now, two parties comes together. And when they come together, definitely you know that the Bible tells us that they are one. And if they are one, why shouldn't they be one? What do you think can bring separation between them? Where did you get? Please, I'm on live program. I'm on live program. I will call you. Thank you. Why do you think a woman should not be buying property in her name, or a man should buy property in her name without education? So that is where I want us to look into. The program will not take us too long. We have already spent about 8 minutes already, which is not what I planned for. So now the floor is open. Do you think she is right? How can she buy and still claim that there's a peace in that home? Mark that word. How can a woman be buying properties in her own personal name and claim there is peace in the marriage? Automatically, by that action she took, whether there is any significant problem or not, and she keeps any property she buys, she keeps only her name, there is a problem. I shouldn't say she shouldn't buy, but let her admit there is a problem in the marriage. That is what we want to discuss. That is the problem. Believe it or not, the truth remains that there is a problem. So, what is that problem? That is what I want us to look at. So, anybody who wants to make a contribution, the floor is open for you now. There is already a problem in that particular attitude. The number remains what you are going to see on the screen. So, if you think you want to make a contribution, call this number only WhatsApp only. We'll make a contribution now so that we'll talk about it. If you want to join the studio, the link is here. Use the link. You can use the link if you want to join the studio. For me to give you the link, this is the link, use it and come into the studio and join me live and talk about it. Thank you. And talk about it. So yes, who is it's already displayed there. The WhatsApp number is already displayed. Yes, I wait for the call now. Yes, so I will get few people. I'm not going to take too much people so that I will go to another. I have another something to do. So if you want to join that, you are free to join the program. Yes, number 916-370-4199. So Why do you think a woman is buying property in her name and she tells us that she's Christian? Do you think that Christian is that marriage or that's not it? Can you let us know now? Yes. Anybody? There's anybody? There's the number there. I wait for people. If you are there with I'll say my own, then I'll begin to talk about the conclusion of the matter. James Frank, the number is there. Can you just use the number to call the WhatsApp number now so that we will talk about it immediately? Because I do not see any reason two people have agreement to be one. And a woman makes the money somehow, and whenever she makes the money, she thinks that she can buy things without the consent of the man or without the name of the man are included. So I'm somehow asking, why should the man also be buying? We're not talking about the man here. And I also want, if I also tell you why I didn't talk about the man. This case I just presented now is a case that is already ongoing. So if you think you want to be married, a marriage, let me tell you, if the property was bought when you are single, it is a different ballgame. If you buy the property when you are single, it's a different ballgame. Your husband to be has no right over your property when you're single, except you decide to hand it over to him. It's your father that will decide what happens to your property when you're single. It's you that will decide to ask your father to have his way over them. It's a different thing. In days of your singlehood, you are under your father's uh, authority. Then, as soon as you get married, your father's authority has been removed from you. You are now under your husband's authority. Now, and if you are under your husband's authority, those of you who are saying, why should the man should also do it? Like, let me read most of the comments. People who are saying out of anger, I'm going to call your name and put up the comment you put up that particular comment. So I'm going to call your name. Permit me to mention your name, please. Those of you who make comment there in that particular post, please do permit me to do that. James Frank, my number is displayed in my screen. You are still sending me text. Tell me number. James Frank, my number is on the screen. Watch it. Do you have any problem with that? My number is on the screen. Please, if you're there, just give a call. Give a call. Let's talk about it. Stop chatting me to tell me your number. Please, my number is displayed in that particular in my program. Call the number now. It's moving. The number is displayed there. So let me go to that particular post. Okay, I'm in the post now. Ego Chinelo Catherine said, when I made that, we said, I can understand if it was bought before she met her man, but anything after the marriage must carry the marital name with the husband consent too. This is the comment from Ego Chinelo from the post I made in my wall. So we're not talking. I told you that I said, how can a wife? So when we talk about a wife, it's a wife, not others. We say, how can a woman or a lady? I said, how can a wife buy things? So it's something you buy after your marriage. So if you have bought that thing after your marriage, you should seek the consent of your husband on how to address it. If it is husband or wife or only your name. Now, this Etel Val says, a man can buy property in his name and be comfortable in the house, and there will be peace. How he can give out some of the property to his girlfriend, and there will be peace. But this is not issue of quarreling or whether a man can do it or not. We are saying, let me tell you something. It's not the fault of the man that God decided to make the man the head of the house. And if you say you don't want to be, that somebody made a post, if you are not ready to be submissive to a man, don't please forget about marriage. And if you say, I want to accept marriage, you are accepted to be submissive. And I wouldn't say that submission means that a man should not take a woman as a slave. That is stupid mentality. And that is the truth of the matter. William Ikechu said, it is her fundamental right, but it also shows that there is no love and peace in the union. Fine. William Ikechu, I like what you said. That is her right to say that. But that shows that there's no love and unity in the marriage. Fine, that is what I'm saying. It is your right. You decided to use your right to put your name. Then that shows there's no marriage, there's no peace in that marriage. That is what I'm trying to bring up. That shows there's no peace in the marriage. And if there is no peace, accept there is no peace. There's no need to pretend about it to cover up. Eh? There is no peace in that marriage. A woman cannot just wake up, buy things, anything you buy, you put your name, and you tell me there is peace in the marriage. That's not peace. Rose Ikem said, the woman has right to buy property in herself, avoid problem of tomorrow. It is bad. It is good to be good. It is not bad. It is good to be good. That is Rose Ikem. That she has right to buy property in her name, to avoid problem tomorrow. That means there is no peace in the marriage. Remember the post. You can't claim there is peace. So if you think there is no peace, you are envisaging, you anticipating, or you are having a premonition of trouble coming tomorrow. You decide to be buying your name. That means there is no peace. Or you have a premonition that there is no peace in that marriage. So that's what I'm saying. A marriage that the husband and wife move together, works together, does things together, there's no need buying things separate, both from the husband and from the wife. If the wife want to buy, it should be the wife because no, no, don't put money, don't worry, go ahead. I don't have a problem with that. But if you're the one, you don't have a husband living together, all of a sudden God gives you money and you start buying things, the rest you start putting your name, only your name, only your name. As a married woman, that shows there is no unity, there's no love, genuine love in that marriage. The husband is complaining about it, he doesn't permit you to do that, and you can't tell him that's love. No, that is what I'm saying about my post. So you can't tell me you love your husband, people are living together. Ah, that's a very pretty man. The other way, the husband and I were very happy. There's nothing like we're very happy. So long as you do things separately without the consent of your husband, my dear sister, there is no peace in that marriage. Let's tell ourselves the truth. So what am I trying to say? If you are a woman, you are living with your husband, and you want to buy something for any reason, or God gives you money, discuss with your husband. How are you going to put it in? The husband should also agree with the whole wife. By right, he should be. But what? Let me tell you something. A husband, even if a man, what he's going to say, Mr. and Mrs. That Mr. and Mrs. Now the husband, the wife is inclusive, and he still have upper hand in it. So the issue is not the husband, even if you say only Mr. But they know that two of them has it. Fine. So, but when a woman, you are the one, every time you're very, very, very careful. Whenever anything comes through you, you must bear only your name. You remove, even sometimes they even put their maiden name, not even their name of the husband. There is something wrong. The person, there is no peace in that marriage. That is my point. That is my point. There's no peace in that marriage. So there's no way you can claim there is peace in that marriage. Let's tell ourselves the truth. So this is the point I just want to drive home. There's nobody that can say you are very much comfortable with that kind of situation. Husband and wife should have an agreement. It's not a issue of making woman to be second fiddle. And there's also a comment that made by Kate Edochie that the man can cheat on the wife, be sleep around, blah blah blah. For me, as far as I'm concerned, that is wrong. Yes, I know that in our culture tells us we are polygamous in nature. We can marry as many as. Now, if you are complaining, my husband should not marry to go and sleep around with men or with another girl. At the same time, you that is talking about that, you also ask yourself, which of the marriage did you consent to? You see people condemning Christianity, white women to fear, get away with white women, I don't like it, I don't like it. Then if your husband tomorrow starts sleeping around to have another girlfriend, you start complaining. If you say you don't need Western culture, you don't need Christianity marriage, you don't need Western marriage, then you like culture. Your culture permits your husband to marry as many wives as possible. So if he's going about sleeping around, allow him. You don't complain. Because that's what he wants. So, but if you're not, also you don't want my husband to cheat on me, you prefer Christian marriage, fine and good. It is wrong for a man to start messing around and going to sleep with other women when you have a wife. That is very, very rude. And also, it's also wrong for a man to always to lay a hand on your husband, on your wife. As a man, you beat your wife. Any man that beats his wife in any slight provocation should be taken to psychiatric hospital. These are the things that happens in marriage that bring problems. Then a woman should also guide what she tells the husband. So many women, so many victims by a man is as a reaction of emotional torture through mouth, and he will not go physical to retaliate. So let's be very careful. I pray that peace will reign in our home. Those of you who are expecting your own marriage, may God give it to you and grant you peace in the name of Jesus. Somebody say he has a question. Okay, I have a question. When as much as a woman is married and bought things in her name, did she deny access to the property from the husband? Please answer this. Okay, she bought property in her name. The question that remains: did she deny access to the husband? That's now whatever thought that made you to buy that particular thing in your name at the first instance, you are afraid that tomorrow marriage can collapse and the thing will be denied of you. So you will take what belongs to you. But let me tell you something. Even at that your thought, if the man knows his right, if you say, I am married to a man, you have relinquished your right to the man automatically. Now, if you now buy things and keep putting your name, you are simply insinuating that it's going to be problem. I want to avoid a problem by trying to buy things in your name. If tomorrow, whether you give the man access to it or not access to it, is not the issue. What that name will only come with the agreement with your husband, because Bible says, "Can two work together except they agree?" So what you need to do, darling, honey, sweetie, I want to buy this. Should I use my name to buy it? If the man is not, whether you know or not, I don't care. Great buy it, let's enjoy. Fine and good. The man doesn't have a problem with that. It's approved. Whether the man have access to it or not have. But the more, if the man says, buy your name, or I don't care, or the man don't buy your name. So, or even for you to start asking that question, that shows that you have something in mind that you are anticipating problem. And whatever you dream of or you desire will definitely come. So whether you allow maybe you buy a car, your husband is the one using it in a married woman, it is wrong, brother. It is wrong. There's no need of putting your name, because immediately that's why when a woman marries, her surname disappears. If she's a woman that answers to a particular name, if you're Beatrice Reginald, immediately you marry, it comes Beatrice to another name of your husband. That is all. Now, when you buy this, you want to maintain Beatrice Reginald. That means you're telling yourself, I'm not part of this marriage, I'm not part of this home. That's the implication, what you're telling yourself. I'm not part of this marriage, I'm not part of this man. You still buy things, or you don't put his surname. You are simply, if you are putting that man's surname, he needs his permission to make it your personal property. So you can't be name and have, you are still answering your maiden name or answering your name. If you want to do this, I did. And it goes a long way when some people, maybe you make more money than your husband. And whenever you do something, you give your husband money, you want to tell the whole world that you're the one feeding your husband. It's wrong. It's wrong. So that is the answer to your question, my brother Wadike Eberechuku. Thank you for that wonderful question. So if she buy anything in her name, ask your husband the way she wants the name to appear. If the man doesn't bother about it, that's peace, there's no problem. But if the man is complaining, I'm going to so why should he even? Because immediately you marry, you already handed over everything to him originally. So for peace to continue to buy his name. So that is my program. That is what I'm trying to say today. So in the midst of that, I don't like to make my video to be very long. I'm going to stop it here. So if you have more comment on this, you can drop in my WhatsApp there. That is already the my program, my page. Drop your question. I will come up with more questions if anyone arises. So thank you for watching. Thank you for those who stayed with us. Please share the video. Let somebody learn. You don't need to do something that will cause problem in your home. We pray for peaceful homes. And those of you who are yet to be married, may God give you a good husband and give you a good home. May you grow in peace. And may the Lord bless your marriage in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Thank you for watching. God bless you.
Moral Interactive, Jovika TV, poised to reach you with the truth.